Hello all,
Howdy, howdy.
I am Drew,
I am Few.
and welcome to episode 12. I have to start out with an apology. Episode 11 was severely delayed due to technology issues again. Remember, we are just this side
We are very small fries.
Yes, we are just this side of using the telegraph. So I think just be thankful for that one. It's very Spartan, as our Facebook page was for the longest time. There's not much to it, but I don't think most people view our videos. They more listen to them in the background. So,
Oh yeah. Everyone loves some good white noise.
there you go. To start with today, did you have something you want to start with, or you want me to jump in?
I'm just going to start with something small.
Sure.
I started a new anime recently.
Which one?
Prison School.
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it yet.
I cannot recommend it.
No, it's pretty bad.
No, well, that's just it. It's not bad, but it's not good. It's got enough of each where, like, at
Runs the mediocre line pretty well.
like a wire. and you know me. I am very no censorship. Don't censor anything I'm watching. If I'm going to see something, I'm going to see it.
Yeah.
I may not have liked seeing it, but you know,
there's
the
no-
risk. That's
yeah,
the risks I take.
Exactly.
But this anime version I'm watching, I'm not sure if it's the version or sometimes they just make the decision to make the anime like this. It's a light shade version, which I'm not sure if you or anybody else knows. Basically, some shows like to show a little bit of skin, and sometimes they're like, well, we want to show skin, but we don't want people to be upset, so we'll make two versions. One version where you can see the jubbly wubbly, or whatever.
I don't think I've ever heard it referred to that way.
Or when it gets close to that viewing time,
Cutaway?
a mysterious not cutaway, light shade, where depending on like the lighting of the, it's either a
yes.
mysterious white beam of light or a mysterious
black
dark
shadow.
beam of
Yes.
shadow. And I'm not gonna lie, I found out about this after watching High School of the Dead, which I started watching because it was listed as HOT Dead, which I thought like anyone would. House of the Dead. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, that's
Exactly. I'm
yeah,
thinking
that's the first time
they
I'm
made
like,
an anime out of that. Sign me up.
yeah, like that'd be awesome.
And the worst part of it was like, there was this one scene that, with the light shade, I thought it was so much worse than it was.
It's more suggestive than what it
Exactly.
actually was. Yeah.
I thought it was like,
Let the imagination run.
okay, it's these two girls like more or less face to face, cheek to cheek, but their faces are like downward, sort of, not like downward, but like facing like quarter down from the camera kind of thing.
Okay.
And quarter down from, and like quarter, you know, like the bottom part of the screen is just entirely blacked out. So I'm like, is there a penis? And no, apparently the thing that we could not stand seeing was like unrealistically large anime breasts being pushed together very enthusiastically.
Oh, for crying out loud, sake.
But no, but with Prison School, I mean, like I said, I'm not one for censorship. I do not want to see the uncensored version of this.
Oh boy, that sounds bad.
This thing is more eager to put your nose in crotches than on a circumcised dog. It's like at least once an episode, at least, there's a lot of cross shots. There's like basically three main characters. Well, technically there's like four main women, but really you only see three of them. Only one of them is like really heavily fetishized because she's, you know, huge tracts of land.
Ah, gotcha.
But after a while, you even get tired of that because it's like, okay, it's the same gimmick.
To be honest, that kind of reminds me though of Kill La Kill, when he just got kind of over the top with it all the time.
True, but I've heard that's supposed to be taken in sort of a sucker punch kind of way, where
Yeah,
yes,
it's still a good anime, but yeah,
yeah, exactly,
even
but
that still gets over the top.
It's titillating, but it's supposed to be like subversive with its titillation. I guess I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. I do want to, but anyways.
That's a side note. Sorry.
Yeah, but I mean, on the one hand, like, you know, the fan service is a bit, you know, done to death. Like, I've watched only, I believe, 3 or 4 episodes, and it's like, okay, I get it. Like, whoever did this is clearly a bottom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, because it's pretty much that the anime, but like there are some solid jokes. Like, the dude who's the principal of the school, he holds a funeral for these pictures of women's butts that he took, and he's like eulogizing each one individually. So, like, I mean, there's some funny jokes. Like, these two guys are planning to break out of the school prison, and the other three guys, because of mishaps and hijinks, think they're not trying to break out; they're into each other.
Oh, nice.
So, I mean,
Nice.
it has humor, but there is a lot of stuff I really could do without.
Nice. Well, that. Oh,
Now your thing.
well, I was gonna say first. That reminds me. I actually started watching Akame ga Kill.
What's the
Which-
difference?
Akame ga Kill is nothing at all to do with Kill la Kill. Nothing at all. Kill la Kill is set as the, you have the outfits that give people superpowers.
Yes.
This is weapons that were forged ages ago give people, not so much gives them powers, but they can sync with these individual types of weapons, and then they
So-
can use them.
Not even like they're not even.
Not related in any sense.
What the heck, man? I thought they were.
Nope.
I like when I
It's,
skipped out on the one. I'm like, oh, I'll skip
Where-
that. I can just watch Kill la Kill
No.
online.
And where Kill la Kill, there's no killing. Akame ga Kill is all killing. It revolves around an assassin group, and the whole point is that, well, you know what? Watch it. 'Cause it's only a few episodes of dubbed. I'm trying to be patient and watch the dubbed first, and then I'll go back and watch the subbed.
Eh. For
but-
me, like, it's not so much which one I watch first, as long as I watch it. I can't like switch halfway through.
No, I
That
won't.
drives
I won't-
me nuts.
Yeah, I won't switch unless there's no more dub, like what they did with like One Piece and
Yeah,
Naruto.
that- nine
when
times
they
that-
stop,
Yeah, that's
then
not.
you have to.
9 times out of 10, that's why I just stick with the subs. It's like I could wait a month, year, possibly decade,
Yeah.
or I could just watch the dubs.
Well, no, this is they're definitely still working on the
Subs.
dubbed parts, because I actually first saw it on Toonami for Halloween. Their Halloween. While I'm sitting there waiting for things to upload, Toonami was running the Akame ga Kill. They were doing that as a marathon of the dubbed episodes. So I know then that they're going to release the others. And there's only, I think there's only 24 episodes in the whole thing, and they're already up to like episode 12. So it's doubtful that they'll stop. And I'm also rewatching Hellsing Ultimate because, well, why not? It's a good anime.
Ah, yes, I like Schrodinger.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wish he'd been involved in a different facet. Just like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think the way that they played him out, his character.
It makes
works.
sense.
Yeah.
I'm not denying that. Just, I mean, I guess I kind of wish like a little bit more like someone's trying to kill him and it's not working and he's being all cheeky about it.
Yeah. Well, I personally like the Hellsing Ultimate abridged, the interaction between Ceres
He would
and
make beautiful children.
yeah, and she, he gets his head blown off.
Oh, look quite nice actually.
Yeah, that would look quite nice actually. Hey, Fraulein, Fraulein.
I love the woman that plays the queen.
Oh yeah.
When
That's
you
awesome.
find him,
When
and when you kill him, I want you to record it so I can watch it all night.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, it was very funny. I mean, they do a good job, and I'm a little ticked off at you guys for being late with Hellsing Ultimate Abridged Episode 6. Still waiting on that?
Trucker hat does not excuse it.
No.
I mean,
Not at
it
all.
was cute, but
Yeah.
does not.
No. Although, if you get a chance, watch Krillin Plays Soma.
I kind of want to, just because I saw.
That game will screw with your head.
Dude, I was watching the Steam Frame version, and I was at the part where they were like killing Carl, basically.
Yeah,
Just
it gets worse.
oh, I'm sure it does.
The final ending scene will
I've been told
rip you to pieces.
like it's a good game. Like the worst part about it is the having to hide from everything.
Yeah, yeah, and the way that you hide is really weird. You just turn away from it and
Oh
don't
yeah,
move.
you can't. It's basically like the Enderman. You can't look it in the eyes.
Yeah, it's really weird. Oh, but before we get too far out of bounds here, although are there bounds for us?
We are boundless.
Seems like it.
Say, speaking of which,
Yes.
did you know they're making a live-action Archie's TV show? They are making a live. It gets better. I've been told it's going to have a very Twin Peaks vibe. No. Save your brain cells.
Why? They'll just die there.
You need something to cling to life. But I will say this. As long as they get Jughead right, I'll be happy. That is my bread and butter. Also, apparently there's going to be Josie and the Pussycats as well. Well, every YA show needs a band, and this one comes, self-installed. Besides, he had a thing with, not the drummer, but the other one. Yeah, I can't remember.
I don't remember the names. I don't care.
All I know is Josie and Melody, and it's not Melody.
I don't know.
She's the blonde one that sings whenever she talks.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Hence why the name Melody.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's get on to something that will not kill my brain cells. Okay?
Beer.
Well, it'd probably make me forget that horrible, horrible thing you just told me. But no, I don't have enough of that right handy. I probably will never have enough of that handy.
Too much is never enough.
This is something that I have been considering since my high school days. And unfortunately, I have come to accept the fact that it is simply going to be a thought experiment because I will never actually achieve funding to make it a live experiment. That is the capture and storage of lightning.
Lightning in the bottle, literally?
Sort of. But to be honest, I mean, especially in this day and age of all this green energy, green technology, no one seems to want to go anywhere near the lightning end. You'll see wind, you'll see solar, you'll see everything.
I'm not going to lie. It is an interesting concept. Because basically, really, all you would need to do is take a lightning rod and turn it from just a basic attraction and, create
figure out a way to store it. I have the fact that a single stroke of lightning will power Las Vegas and the entirety of Las Vegas for over a week on a single bolt of lightning.
1.11 gigawatts.
Yeah, right. It's gigawatts too. I don't know why they ever got away with saying giga. It's giga.
It was the 80s. No one cared about science for real. Need to remind you, at a stroke of midnight, New York is flooded with radioactive sewage that kills people.
Yes, I know.
Science was a backseat issue back then.
Yes, walking around the outside of a space station with no spacesuit and then punch your way into the space station.
Besides, it's Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, well, I know.
We like him. He's good
funny. He is. He's funny.
I liked him in Over the Wall. Over the Garden Wall.
Yes. Mm-hmm. He's been on a lot of things, although I really wish he hadn't done Angels in the Outfield.
I wish he hadn't done that one recently. It was like a sci-fi movie where he ended up dying by anal leech.
Yeah, I didn't see that, and I'm not going to.
I only know of it because of the soup.
Okay, gotcha. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, now it took me a second.
I was eating my LSD soup, and I had a vision.
Yeah. Right. But anyway, so my thought process is this: we simply don't have the technology to straight capture a bolt of lightning. We can't even come close. Even trying to generate the electricity from a bolt of lightning, we can only get about a fraction of it. The amount of energy in a single...
Although, let's face it, if anyone does manage to pull it off, you know who it'll be? Elon Musk. He does everything.
Well, the thing of it is, and I thought about it, the basic idea of what you want is you want to make a massive capacitor. And at first.
I will say this, the hardest part about green energy, especially, I don't know if this translates to lightning, probably not, but with solar, the hardest problem is storage.
Well, yeah, there's a difficult time with storage. There's also the difficulty that just the amount of space that you need to create a decent amount to even try to make a dent in our current electrical needs is you would literally need to make a solar farm the size of Texas in order to make a dent in our current energy needs.
Dang.
Yeah.
Although, as technology becomes cheaper and more efficient, one would say, theoretically, we're not going to ever travel to a point of 0 point energy.
No.
But we will get to a point where our needs, while still massive, will be more easily accommodatable.
Yeah. And that's the thing with wind farms as well. It's the same problem, is that you need these massive wind farms to do anything at all, and they're killing animals in droves.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
killing bald eagles, for crying out loud, like crazy. They're just cutting these birds and animals to pieces.
I'm not gonna lie. I would pay good money to see that happen.
Oh, good grief. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube.
Oh, I'm sure I could. But two things. One, I've always been a fan of vertical wind turbines, where instead of the huge propellers, imagine like a very blunted wind vane, where instead of having long arrows going out, it just has like narrow columns that run along the pole. Still does the same thing, but it doesn't take up as much space. The other thing I was thinking of, I don't know if it will ever directly translate, but basically there was this couple that lived near an overpass for like a whole bunch of years, and they'd always, I don't know what, wild hair started growing in their brain, but basically they were like, let's take a look at all the dead birds that, get killed, in this overpass, because they nest in the overpass. And as the years went by, they started noticing two things. Less and less birds started dying, and the overall wingspan of the birds that did was starting to grow shorter. Because basically, like,
Smaller area, yeah.
I guess smaller wings are a lot easier to maneuver with in a way that would be ideal for avoiding the car.
Look at a hummingbird.
Oh, that too. But like, who knows? Maybe we'll develop birds that are used to propellers. I don't know.
Maybe. But the only problem I can see with your first version there that you're talking about, the version you're talking about, is I don't think that would translate well to full size as the sizes we have now of the massive propeller. But anyway, as far as capturing the lightning itself, I have a way to do so, but it has one major flaw. My thought process was, if you try to encapsulate all of lightning in a single spot, you would need something the size of a large warehouse in terms of a capacitor, and it's just not something feasible. My thought was a series of large but still much smaller capacitors. The problem is with lightning, with a single bolt of lightning, it's going to go to the first one that you have, and it's going to blow it out, and it's never going to work. You need to be able to somehow disperse it down through through your series. The problem is there is nothing fast enough to close a circuit so that it has to move to the next one in existence, not in a comic book or in a movie or a video game.
Throw in that little caveat.
There's got to be a caveat. There's nothing that we have that could close a series of electrical paths that fast to where you're stepping it down that fast. We don't physically have the capability of a transformer that could handle that amount of power and step it down.
I will say though, if we put time into the research, give it like 5 years, we'll come up with something.
Yeah.
It may not be ideal, it may not work for that kind of a demand, but we'll get that first step.
Yeah. My other thought was, and I named it the tree. But I'm not sure that might even work. Was basically take the opposite end of that lightning round. Have it straight down, but in an open air, basically, coming down into a cylinder lined with smooth metal. That, of course, connected to quite a number of capacitors of some kind or batteries of some kind, some storage ability. And off of that end have long rods holding other flat, square, but curved plates of metal, something very conductive. As the lightning travels down, my thought, my hope would be that it would disperse across those different plates, jump from the plates to the large cylinder, and then from the cylinder itself would be able to disperse the energy into different spots. Like you could have quadrants basically of this cylinder are lined to a single capacitor. Again, and the problem is it's so unpredictable, it may all jump from one plate to the right to one wall of the cylinder, and then I don't think that would be enough dispersion. I mean, maybe if each of the quadrants of the cylinder were lightly, I don't want to say lightly, but if they were all touching, or so close to touching that as soon as the energy hit, it would still jump technically to the other ones as well, that might do the trick.
C'est possible.
No thanks, trying to quit.
It means it's possible.
I know. No, I was being a smart ass. I'm good at it.
When are you not?
I don't know. That's hard to tell.
Of
I'm just
course.
a walking smartass. But yeah, so that's been my thought experiment, and trying to figure out ways to work it ever since high school. And like I said, that's where I've come to now. I think the tree is the more likely idea. The more logically feasible idea. As to where the other ones is just, that's simply too much power to try to run into down a single stream. It's just too much. So, but like I said, this will never become more than a thought experiment because, well, no one will ever fund anything like that.
Unless your initials are EN.
Why?
Elon Musk.
Oh, for crying out loud's sake.
He will save us.
I'm not holding my breath. Not on that.
He already gave us, space tourism.
Well, I thought that didn't work so well.
Oh, not yet. You gotta get the bugs out.
Yeah, the bugs. Like the death.
Death is just a byproduct.
Nice.
Oh my god. Speaking of death, good news, bad news kind of thing. First, I've been watching, I watch Game Grumps, and they've been playing this.
Many people do.
Oh, of course. They're damn near famous. And basically, they've been playing this game called Undertale on Steam.
Okay.
I don't know if I've never played Earthbound, tragically. I've heard a lot of comparisons to Earthbound.
I've never played that either.
This is the most dark but adorable game I have ever seen.
Adorably dark.
Like, the first thing you meet is a flower that's, like, trying to kill you. And then there's this goat woman, and she's, like, trying to act like your mom, baking you, cinnamon butterscotch pies. Like, just, like, it's just so adorable, but just so dark, and just, they're this, I think they're on, like, the final parts, and it's just getting, like, I was tearing up, man.
Oh, Lord.
No, it was like good writing,
Nice.
But sadly, for all pro there is con, for all good there is evil, and for all good news there's bad news. A voice actress passed away recently at the age of, I believe, 34.
Far too young.
Very. I am blanking on the name, and that kills me. But basically, she played She played a lot of roles basically, but the one I know her best from is she played Yoshinoya Sensei in Hidamari's Sketch,
Okay.
and it's very sad that she had to die so early.
Yeah, it is too bad. Unfortunately, that's the nature of life. Is there's always the other half of it. Is that part that you never have any control over. So, do we really have to end the show on that note?
Of course not. We can do whatever we want.
True,
We
but
can eat ice cream and soda at 3 a.m. in the morning if we want.
well, yeah, I'm just coming home from work. Of course I'm going to.
Okay, we can have it at noon.
Well, then I'm just getting up.
Exactly.
Okay.
For breakfast.
There we go.
I did that once. At
Oh.
school, of all places.
Wow.
Well, not really like just waking up, but like 9, 10 in the morning.
Ah,
They
gonna
thought
say.
this was a good idea for some reason.
nice.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we were celebrating.
Okay. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm rather exhausted today, and oh, so unfortunately my geekdar has gone down.
You have Geekdar?
Yes,
Why?
radar for geekdom.
Not what? Why?
Why not? It keeps me in tune with the geek universe.
Things you waste money on.
There was no waste of money. I made it from tin cans and aluminum foil.
Oh, sure, and just tin cans and aluminum foil just grow on trees.
No, but they grow in the trash can.
Oh,
Along with that funny green thing that looked at me.
we don't talk to the green thing. Oh, man. Brief thing. You don't read a lot of manga, unfortunately.
No, I simply don't have access or time.
I've been going through stuff, clearing house, spring cleaning in winter, so a bit belated, but here it is. And I came across this old 2-part manga. And I have never, I'm not sure if like official people got involved in this, because like there was quite a 180 in this manga. It's called X Day. Here's how it goes. There's like these 4 kids and a teacher who are basically fed up with the way their lives are going. One of them tries to kill themselves because a band they like is breaking up, and they all decide.
Well, I'm sorry. Hashtag first world problems.
She ends up not doing it, but
Well, either way.
although she does end up shacking up with the teacher, so.
Oh boy.
Well, no, like it's very lighthearted. It's not like anything.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it runs 2 volumes, and like the second volume gives up like an entire third of its pages for some one-off.
Interesting.
But here's the weird thing. So instead of like killing themselves, they decide, let's blow up the school.
Yes, because that's logical.
Yeah, about as logical as killing yourself.
Over a band breaking up.
But
I don't think I head desked enough.
don't head best.
Continue.
Okay, so like book 1, it's them like, okay, we're gonna get like a lot of gunpowder. We're gonna like accumulate all this stuff, and we're really gonna do it. And then book 2, it's like one guy reveals that like his mother badly burned him when he was a child. The chick that tried to kill herself realizes that she enjoys spending time with the teacher. The teacher doesn't want to be pressured into marrying this other chick who either he or the girl almost accidentally kills by shoving down a staircase. Staircases have a very important role in manga, apparently.
As do school.
Well, yeah,
Schools of all varieties.
but basically it's like for like very little effort, all storylines end up resolved, and they completely like bail out on their plan to blow up the school.
Interesting.
I mean, like no effort. So it's just blah. Yeah, but it was just so weird, you know?
Yeah, well, we're talking about Japanese comic books,
So
basically.
that was like a
you know?
180, you know? It's
Yeah.
like, let's blow up the school. And it's like, our lives are not as bad. Let's not blow up the school.
Well, chances are they expected that they were going to run longer, and then they went, nah, you guys, we're only doing 2. Forget it. And so they said, oh, hey, how do we wrap this up?
Hey, at least it went better than Under the Glass Moon. That didn't even get a chance to wrap up.
Yeah, I hate when they do that kind of thing.
Yeah, dude. I was made a fool. Okay, there's this series, Beck Mongolian Chop Squad. Okay, here's how it goes. People like guitars, people like anime and manga. Let's make an anime and manga about a band. And whilst the I'm assuming the anime ran to its completion, the manga, which, like, once I realized my fatal flaw, like 1 minute I'm like, okay, I'm gonna read this one, then I'm gonna read the next one, next volume. Then I'm like, okay, give me the next volume. We can't find the next volume. Why isn't there a next volume? So I get a little antsy. I start getting to wiki, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking, and apparently, like, it was a Tokyo Pop magazine. Not magazine, manga.
Yeah, it's
So,
yeah.
So when it went under,
They took it with it.
yeah, it went the way of my Kikotsui Nobu. So
Try saying that 3 times fast.
Kikotsui Nobu, Kikotsui Nobu, Kikotsui Nobu.
Ass. Don't make me kick you.
Hey, I outweigh you.
I can outrun you.
I can fall on you.
All right. Well, before this comes to fisticuffs.
Seigo-san, present yourself.
No.
Dash.
Before this gets any more ridiculous, we should probably just go ahead and wrap it up.
At least we didn't end it on a bummer.
That's true. That's true.
But
Let's
I will
stay
say next week, I have a surprise for you.
Oh boy.
It will not be pleasant, but it will be short.
All right. I don't even want to know.
You don't. You really don't.
All right. Well, then on that note, everybody, we'll see you next time.
Bye.